Welcome to episode 46 of Liquid Velvet Literature here at Prose Radio. Our intro music today, courtesy Jane, track titled Hope from the album Zanika. And I'm so pleased to be able to read the piece Jeff highlighted in episode 44 by our friend CindyCalder from Charleston, South Carolina. Such a strong writer and valued contributor to prose for many years now. I'm scrolling now through her profile and seeing so many wonderful pieces that I would love to read, such as Remember Chichen Itza and Storyteller, and I do encourage you all to take a look through her profile and read and support and subscribe if you can. For this episode, we're going to dive into the challenge in which the mentioned piece is entered into, and that challenge is by ThWanderer with the prompt, Hell is Other People, Jean-Paul Sartre. Your thoughts? To which CindyCalder responds with a piece entitled L'Enfer, c'est les autres, Jean-Paul Sartre. Hell is other people. It's true. It must be those whom you've suffered with long and hard in this thing called life. Yes, it's those other people who are ever cynical, critical, judgmental, and scornful of all things. It's those who never see the brilliance of a snowflake in the sun or the beauty of a weed's blossom. No, hell is not only occupied by evil ones, it's also full of those who find no joy in existence, those who are never satisfied with enough, and those who are hell-bent on living in a realm of negativity. Then perchance you should stop, pause, and slowly choose to look in the mirror. Peering into the depth of the face reflected therein, you may find that you too are in fact a factor in the hell you so dislike. The vast array of actions you scorn in others may also and very likely be held tight within your own grasp, and utilized more frequently than not. Careful lest you become him who leaves such a bitter taste in your mouth, or him who you so loathe. Yes, hell is other people, but it's also you. Can you decidedly manipulate yourself and create change to ensure the prospect more heaven exceeds the hell, or at least in your own realm of existence? In choosing this difficult path, perhaps your actions will brilliantly reflect to perpetuate a turnaround in others. The effects of such might be surprising and dynamic in multiple worlds. For life, you see, is much of what you intend it to be. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. William Shakespeare. And CindyCalder writes to ThWanderer, thanks for the challenge. And ThWanderer answers, yes, love this, and Shakespeare is one of my favorites. And our friend Huckleberry Who adds, the lot of a Christian is to also be an optimist. Is hard work, yes, but somebody's got to do it. Great piece. Indeed, great piece. Thank you so much for that, CindyCalder. And another distinct poetic take on that challenge is entered by our friend EldonRiver, entitled Lost Your Keys. Combinations broken, a stolen token. No string from the heart is allowed here. The eyes deny, and straight to hell will they fly, for here is fear awoken. The strange dark, the hated mark, that's where they are. And EldonRiver writes, ThWanderer, good prompt, interesting subject. Indeed, the subject of hell, an interesting one, and it's calling to my mind some thoughts from Friedrich Nietzsche in his work, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, specifically the passage, Man is the cruelest animal, says Zarathustra. When gazing at tragedies, bullfights, crucifixions, he hath hitherto felt happier than at any other time on earth. And when he invented hell, lo, hell was his heaven on earth. He could put up with suffering now by contemplating the eternal punishment of his oppressors in the other world. And our friend frankgainey brings us back to the themes of Sartre's No Exit, with a piece entitled, Heaven Lies in Me and You. In a room where silence screams, where shadows dance in dim-lit dreams, three souls entwined, their fates unfurled, a mirror to the inner world. No flames, no pitchforks, no dissent, but torment in the present tense. A gaze, a word, a knowing glance, condemnation in a twisted dance. Hell is not a place below, it's in the eyes of those we know, a judgment passed without reprieve, a prison where we cannot leave. In Sartre's world, we play our part, our truths exposed, our secrets bared. We seek escape, but can't depart. In endless loop, we're ensnared. The self is lost, the other reigns, our essence bound in human chains. In every look, in every sneer, the essence of our deepest fear. For what are we but our reflections, in the eyes of others' projections? A constant state of raw inspection, a lifetime's worth of introspection. We wear our masks, we play our roles, in this theater of human souls. Yet freedom lies in our control, to break these chains, to be made whole. So here we stand, our hearts laid bare, in Sartre's vision, stripped of care. Hell is other people, true, but heaven lies in me and you. To see beyond the other's gaze, to find ourselves in life's cruel maze, to redefine, to reconnect, to find the peace that we neglect. In every look a chance to see the boundless depth of you and me. For in this hell there's hope concealed, a path to grace, a chance to heal. And frankgainey, that is such a beautiful ending verse. In every look a chance to see the boundless depth of you and me. For in this hell there's hope concealed, a path to grace, a chance to heal. And many people really feel strongly that sense of alienation and being ill at ease when dealing with other people. And it makes me think of Sartre's first published novel entitled Nausea. And that's the emotion, the sense and sentiment that is captured in a piece by Athena 42. And she writes very simply and effectively, "Hell is other people." Jean-Paul Sartre said once that hell is other people. I had only one thought when he said that. #school. And in a broader context on that sentiment, ThWanderer elaborates with a piece called I'm Hiding. I'm hiding. I'm hiding from people. If I go back downstairs, they might ask me questions. I am in a dark room. I have my headphones on. Noise cancellation, of course. And I'm scared. I'm scared of the people who call me family. I'm scared of the people I call friends. Not because of anything they might do. They aren't overly aggressive or mean. They just, well, they're people. And people are scary. They trigger about everything that is possible to trigger. And for me, that's a lot. So here I am, sitting, hiding, in a dark room, at a party, from people who call me family, from people who make me scared. And on that theme of anxiety of the other, our friend Ian Rigbard writes, Les Autres. There is a disruption in the way I live every time I am reminded of others. I'll be shopping for groceries and see something I like, reach for it, and then, what will my flatmate think? It's not what she'll say, because most of the time she doesn't say anything, except of course when she does. It's been rare, but the odd comment or two has me on edge. Technically, she has no power over me. We're both adults, we make our own decisions, but I gave her power anyway, by caring about her perception of me. How much room for improvement do I have to her? It's been another late night. Couldn't get any sleep before 2 o'clock. When I wake up, bleary-eyed and a little bit lost, I decide to let the tide whisk me away again. It doesn't quite manage, so I stay here on the bank, mattress warm in places, deliciously fresh in others. My phone is within reach, soft-spoken stories, the only thing that can put me to sleep these days. It's barely 9 in the morning. I have time, I tell myself. I'm not working right now anyway. Not much to do, So I simply exist and scroll and exist and scroll, telling myself all the while that I'll get out of bed at 9:30. When I check, it's 9:52, and dread sinks down my throat all the way to the pit of my stomach. What would my mother think? She'd be sad, wouldn't she, that I'm wasting away like this? You have a lot of potential, I can hear her say, when all the things I keep saying I'll do flash before my eyes. Yet I'm still in bed, unable to move, and now guilt is making me yell at myself twice as loud. I should be, I should be, I should be. What would my sister say? These past few years, she'd accomplished so much that even when things don't go according to her plan, she's still miles ahead of me. The solid foundation under her feet is something I don't feel I've ever had, and I feel its lack underneath my bare soles. It's just my blanket and a pillow I kicked all the way down the bed during the night. No low rate of success, national competitive exam win, no $2,000 per month job, no screenshots of my latest run, that I ran with my good body, that I'm feeding good things only. But my sister wouldn't say anything to me. She wants me to be happy where I'm at, nothing more. She told me so herself on a car ride. My mother wouldn't think anything other than well wishes, because she knows my struggles, and mostly she too only wants me to be happy. My flatmate is just a person, same as I am. I have opinions on her too, and they're not worth anything. They're certainly not reflective of her worth, because my opinions are just that. If she expressed any worry about those, I'd ask her who cares, because I certainly don't. She doesn't owe me anything. And yet there is a disruption in the way I live every time I'm reminded that my confidence isn't enough for me to feel good about myself. So I have to make it everyone else's job to love me instead. I never say it out loud. I don't need to. We all do the same thing. Responsible for everyone except ourselves. It's like living with cameras on us all the time, never relaxed, always searching for the approval of people who have already given it. But what about the renewal? What if? It's not even them I want to ingratiate myself to. It's the meaner, less flattering versions of them that I have locked up in my mind to serve as little punishers whenever I step a toe out of a line that I'm not really sure where that line even comes from. Is it my own? Has it been fed to me? Ad after ad, tweet after BuzzFeed, think piece, law of the land, and popular opinions? I don't know who I'm trying to please. All I can say for sure is that those distorted things I'm trying to feed with my best behavior will always be hungry, because some masochistic part of me needs them that way. And it's kind of hell, if you ask me. What a powerful piece, Ian Rigbard. Thank you so much for that. And our friend Cinnamon Whistle writes an extensive comment adding, if we are all responsible for everyone except ourselves, then isn't everyone still taken care of? I see no problem in each of us surrounding ourselves in community, with love and friendship and support where people look out for each other, knowing we struggle to look out for ourselves. What a beautiful notion. And I'd like to end on that positive note that we all have something to share. If you like to read, write, and be inspired, come join us at theprose.com. We'd love to hear and read what you have to say and share it with the world. Thank you so much for joining us, and take good care.